so many images from these CEO presentations. What do you do with the images? What's the use case? You guys still remember, we always go with the flow, right? We talk about the data. We talk about the large language model or AI algorithm, and then we talk about the use case. How we are going to use the images from the CEO presentations. So how we are going to use that. So from textbook and the book and the paper, we talk about two things. The first thing is, does this image actually increase the firm value or not? So basically, can we form trading strategy based on this image, right? This is number one. Number two is, does this create AI divide? What does AI divide? AI divide means with the rising of AI, I'm using AI, you are not using AI. And then that's AI divide, because in that case, someone get benefit from the technology. Someone is behind the game for the technology. That's AI divide. So we are looking at least two questions. The first question is, can we using these pictures to see whether the pictures increase the firm value? Can all pictures we talk about increase firm value? That's the first thing. The second thing is, if this increase the firm value, who is trading on these pictures? I'm trading on these pictures. Two Sigma are trading on these pictures. Citadel trading on the pictures. JP Morgan trading on these pictures. Who are trading on these pictures? If some big firms trading on this are shown as a poor household professor here, we don't have the resource to trade on pictures. Am I behind the game? That will call AI divide. That's the two questions we're trying to explore in the studies. So how we do the classification of the images? So the way we do this, we manually to label it. So we have the several RAs to label. This is forward-looking pictures. This is existing product. We have the human labeling process. Once you have a human labeling, you have the training sample. And use the training sample, you can supervise large image model to do the classification. I hope we have covered that in the textbook, right? So basically, you can get accuracy, you can get precision, you can get F1 score. That's what we covered, right? That's what we covered. So basically, we first have a human to label. Human can tell, oh, this is the future product. Human can tell that. And the human can tell, this is the future operations. And the human can tell, this is the existing operations. So human can tell each categories. And we have a training sample. And we use this training sample. We train large image model, not large language model, large image model to mimic human classification. And we get this training sample. So that's how we did. So we labeled this kind of images, and then classify them, and training sample 20,000 training sample, and we have that training sample. So once you have the training sample, what we want to do is you can see the forward looking. So the future images about the future product is increasing. So it's 35 in 2006, 40 in 2010, and 47. So you can see there's an upward trend about company disclose the future of a product, future operations. And so what are we finding? So what do we find something interesting? We found that not all the images create the same value. No. Remember what image we have? We have what? We have image about the future product, future operation, right? Type 1. Type 2 is what? Image about existing operation, existing product. Image about these financial charts, right? And the image about employee smiling, right? Employee shaking hands, that's image. So we have all these images, right? Do all these images create value for the firm? We found no. So what is creating value? We found when the CEO disclosed this kind of forward-looking images, it kind of increased the market value and also leads to future cash flow. So these are the pictures. They kind of signal the future value of the firm. And then we found the operational summary, and other pictures do not. So why is that? So let me summarize. So what do I mean? What do I mean is if managers talking a lot about these kind of images, like these images or these images, when company talk about a lot of these images, the price go up, boom, boom, boom. And the future cash flow go up, boom, boom, boom. But however, if the company talking about the financial charts, if you talk about financial charts or pictures give a lot of smiling of the employees, the price no change. Price no change. And also, if the company is talking about existing operations like this, existing operations, it also price no change. So why is that? So this is very interesting. So what we found is the company normally they disclose very promising projects. If they want to disclose this project, normally this project is going to make money in the future. So the more they disclose this type of project, the more cash flow they will make in the future. And that's why the market is rising. So that's the idea, because they are not just disclose all future projects. When they disclose future projects, normally only disclose promising future projects. That's why the more future project, the more future image they post during the presentation, the higher market reaction will be. That's why. So why this one doesn't affect the stock price? Because this is already incorporated in stock price. This is an existing operation. This is existing product. So everything has already reflected in stock price. That's why when they disclose these images, it will not impact the stock price. That's why. And what's interesting is why this kind of financial charts do not affect stock price. Because the financial charts sometimes forecast future. The manager is talking about, I will make money in 2 years. Sometimes they forecast the future earnings. This kind of forecast of future cash flow also do not affect stock returns. Why is that? What we found is interesting because there's too many substitutional information. You can find the information from the CEO presentation. You can find from 10K. You can find from annual report. You can find from this kind of future financial charts all over the place. So that's why this information also has been impounded into the stock price already. And of course, the smiling doesn't have impact on the price too, right? That makes sense, right? This smiling, shaking hands, handsome CEO, these do not affect stock price either. So you can see out of all pictures, not all pictures affect stock price. Only the future operations picture affects stock price. Other than that, the financial charts, the smiling, and the existing products do not affect the stock price. That's the conclusion from the image analysis. So that's for the first answer. That's the image from the financial from the analysis. So basically, only the pictures about forward-looking information product affects the stock price. Other than that, nothing affects. Then goes to our second question: who are trading on these images? So we look at these hedge funds, retail investors. We found we divide the investor into 3 categories. The first category is the institutional investors know how to use AI. The second one is institutional investors do not using AI. The third category is retail investors. And you guys get the answer. The institutional investors who can use AI, they trade on these images. And the institutional investors who don't use AI do not trade on the images. But they can compensate by other resources because they are large. What is worse? What is the worst situation is the retail investors. They are small, they are tiny, they don't know the technology, so they are left far behind the game. That's the part I worry about. That's called AI divide. That's called AI divide. So you can see that we divide investors into 3 categories, right? AI institutional investors, non-AI institutional investors, retail investors. So AI institutional investors, they harvest the gain from trading images. Non-AI investors, they don't trade on image, but they are okay. They are rich. They are okay. They have resource. What I worry about is the retail investor. They don't have the technology. They don't have the resource. We have to do something. I don't have the solution, but I may have a solution in 5 years. Okay, but this is AI divide. We want to propose it. So what do we do in the study? Just summarize. We document this AI divide. People saying AI is good, but AI is good, but AI also create AI divide. AI divide is against our philosophy. SEC want to do what? SEC want to leveling the playing field for all the investors. But the emerging technology, AI, actually create equality among the investors. This is something I want to document. Like I said, I don't have a solution. We'll see. We'll see what will be a solution. And then we also show that using machine learning, you can trade on these images and you're actually making profit. You can make profit. So, but not all the images are useful. The only subset of images is useful. Only image about future operations and the products are useful. And we are the first group to comprehensively construct the CEO presentations. You can see all the literatures, people just talking about these events, CEO presentations. We spend 2-3 years. We get all the company website and the database. We crawl all the data. We crawl all the CEO slides. And we get the comprehensive CEO presentation slides. So this data set, I think it's important for people to study. You know, again, I still emphasize that if you just purely computer science major, you will not do this data set because you just go to the annual report 10K because that's what you know. But as someone who do finance accounting, we want to have a unique data, which is this kind of presentation. We spent 2-3 years to crawl all these presentation slides and get them, and that's valuable. That's valuable. And then and we found the machine learning can extract important valuable information from the images. And only forward-looking information helps. Other than that, doesn't help. And we have AI divide. So again, so for this final project, you can see that the data set is valuable, and AI can help to get the image information. And not all images are useful. Only a subset of images are useful. We have to do the data analysis. And I worry about AI divide. I worried. I don't have the solution, but I will keep thinking about it. I will ponder on it. 5 years later, if you guys take this course again, I may give you a solution if you want to take a course one more time. And